a WikiVidi documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Loveyatri. Loveyatri is a 2018 Bollywood musical romantic drama produced by Salman Khan under Salman Khan Films and directed by debutante Abhiraj Minawala.It is a remake of Telugu film called Devadasu played by Ram_Patinini and Ileana D''Cruz. It stars Aayush, Sharma and Warina Hussain in its lead roles, and was released on 5 October 2018. Plot. The story starts with Sushruts aka Susa's teacher, who refunds his tuition fee to his parents as Sushrut is completely unambitious. His father is always tired of asking him to look towards his future, but he is stuck with his dream of opening a Garba academy. The story shifts to London where Michelle is a very bright college student. Her father, Samir/Sam, owns a chain of laundry shops there. Their relatives wants them to come to Baroda, hence they fool them by faking Nattu's heart attack. Terrified, they reach India and find out Nattu is fine. On everybody's insistence they plan to stay there for 9 days until the festival of Loveyatri. At Garba, Sushrut sees Michelle and falls in love with her at the first sight. His best friends dig out her information from her relative Khushbu. With his Garba singer uncle Rasik's advice he plans to charm Michelle. As per plan, while performing Garba, Susu stays around Michelle, and she accidentally hits Danjia on his eye. He fakes injury. She calls him to apologize. Sushrut acts as if he was deeply injured. He spends time with Michelle and they become good friends. Khushbu sees them together and threatens Susu that she will reveal the truth to Michelle. Susu is terrified and reveal the truth to Michelle. Michelle says she already understood the injury was fake as he goofed up and bandaged the incorrect side of his forehead. Also, he kept the bandage just for a day then forgot to put it. Michelle takes him to her mother's NGO, which provided women employment. It had shut down after her death when Michelle was 10 years old. Earlier, when Michelle was 4 years old, Sam went to London to earn money to support her mother's dreams, but could not come back due to his business and immigration issues. Her mother died waiting for her dad. Michelle reveals her dream of reopening the NGO. She also reveals her actual name Manisha, which was changed by Sam after she moved to London post her mom's death. Sushrut decides he will call her by the name Manisha. Soon, Sam gets to know about Michelle and Sushrut from Khushbu. He calls Sushrut on a giant wheel and says that there is difference between them, similar to the top and bottom of the wheel. He asks him to stay away from Michelle as there is a huge difference between their status and class. He also lies that she is in a relationship with Chris. Michelle receives an email that she got admission in London's top business school. She is very happy and throws a pizza party for Sushrut and his friends. Out of happiness she informs the pay package of the college is £85,000. Sushrut assumes she is showing off and also cheating on him with Chris. He insults her badly at the restaurant. She does not respond and goes away from the restaurant. Later Sushrut's friends inform Rasik about the incident. On Rasik's insistence Sushrut realizes his mistake and wants to apologize. When Michelle is going back to London, Sushrut and his friends try to reach the Ahmedabad airport from Baroda to stop her, but their Activa meets an accident on the way and they are unable to reach. 10 months pass by. Sushrut still remembers Michelle and tries for ways to go to London. Finally he gets an opportunity when Rasik's Garba troupe gets a contract to perform in London. He pleases the officer by doing Garba in his visa interview and gets the visa and reaches London. While searching for Michelle, he remembers and goes to shelter home where Michelle volunteers every Sunday. He meets her and apologizes. Michelle shares her number and promises to meet him. The next day he hangs out with Michelle and her friends and meets Chris, and assumes him to be her boyfriend. He gets jealous and feels bad when Michelle speaks to Chris. Heartbroken he goes to a pub where Rasik motivates him by telling him Indians learn about love from movies. He tells him about Yash Chopra, Suraj Bhatia, Amir Khan, Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, and asks to declare his love to Michelle. The next day he sees London with Michelle and her friends and is spotted by Sam. Then on the Tower Bridge, Sushruth expresses his love and speaks to her about Chris, assuming him to be her boyfriend. He calls his friends and comes to know that Negative and Khushbu have become a couple. They also motivate him to speak to Michelle again, as Michelle had never told him about Chris directly. Sam meets Sushruth again and reminds about the status gap between them by showing him the Gaint wheel under eye. Sushruth realizes that Sam had brainwashed him about Chris and confronts him. In order to frame Sushruth, Sam breaks his own car's window and puts Sushruth's hand on his collar. Police comes and arrests Sushruth. Gujarati police officers Jignesh and Bhavesh sets him free after hearing his story while everybody is searching for Sushruth. Michelle meets Rasik and finally gets to know that Sam lied to Sushruth about Chris. She confronts Sam about it and about her love and NGO dreams. She tells Sam that he has always imposed his choices on her, but she wants to be with Sushruth. She runs down where Sushruth is waiting with Rasik and Garba Party. She informs Sushruth that Chris is gay and not her boyfriend. Sam finally had to agree for their marriage when Jignesh and Bhavesh threatened him that they have the CCTV recording of him breaking the car windows, and they will arrest him if he does not agree for the marriage. At the end, Michelle fulfilled her mother's NGO dream and Sushruth opened his own Garba Academy. The last statement states they lived happily ever after. Production. Salman Khan announced the film in 2017. He also confirmed via Twitter that the film would star his brother-in-law Aayush Sharma and would be directed by Abhiraj Minawala. Abhiraj was Ali Abbas Zafar's assistant director for Sultan and Tiger Zinda Hai. In February 2018, Salman announced that Warina Hussain would be the leading lady of the film. The film is the Bollywood debut for both Aayush and Warina. Loveyatri is a romantic drama set against the backdrop of Navratri in Gujarat. Aayush stars as a Garba teacher from Baroda, who falls in love with an NRI, played by Warina, when she visits the town during the festival. The film was shot in 2 schedules. Several scenes were also shot in Vadodara in March 2018. This was followed by the second half starting in April 2018 in London. Ronas Roy and Ram Kapoor are also in pivotal roles of the film. Principal photography was completed in June 2018. Soundtrack. Tanishq Bagchi, Lijo George, DJ Chetas and Jamait composed the soundtrack of the film, while the lyrics are penned by Shabir Ahmed, Manoj Muntashir, Darshan Raval, Tanishq Bagchi, Badshah, Niran Bhatt, Yohani Singh and Homi Dilawala. The soundtrack of the film was released on the 3rd of October 2018 by T-Series. Title controversy. A minor dispute emerged during the middle of promotions, in late September 2018, regarding the film's name. It was originally titled Loveyatri, which is a play on the words love and Navratri. However, the religious organization Vishva Hindu Parishad felt that the title distorted the meaning of the festival and filed a complaint against the producers. A court in Bihar asked the police to file a first information report against the actor Salman Khan and the rest of the film's cast. On the 18th of September 2018, Khan announced on his Instagram page that the film's title would be changed from Loveyatri to Loveyatri, with Yatri meaning traveler, thus changing the overall meaning approximately to the journey of love. However, the following day a Gujarat-based Hindu organization, Sanatan Foundation, legally filed a public interest litigation move against the new name, claiming that it still sounded too similar to Navratri. They sought another name change, changing the film's content, or to ban the film entirely for hurting the sentiments of Hindus. On the 27th of September 2018, the Supreme Court ruled in favor of the film's producers, stating that no coercive action is to be taken in any part of the country against Salman Khan Ventures Private Limited. The ruling was submitted considering the film's status as having been cleared by the Central Board of Film Certification, and yet had info registered in Bihar against it and a criminal complaint pending in Vadodara, Gujarat. The statement concluded by asserting that any further complaints, particularly those related to the contents or name of the film, would not be entertained. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?